In this video, I show you how to navigate the edX platform and how to navigate back and forth with the notes. You start by starting up your favorite browser, except that your favorite browser should be Firefox or Chrome, because that seems to work best with the edX platform. So you get to edX.org and you click on Login. And when you do that, you provide your login name and password. And then you see all the courses for which you have signed up. In my case, that's just 2 of them. One of these is last year's and the other one is this year's. So it's obviously this year's course that we want to use. So let me click on that. And the first thing you then get to is the course info page, where on the left there will be announcements. And on the right, there are course handouts that you may find useful. The course syllabus, the course outline, the course map. And then down here I will have links to the PDFs for the notes for the separate weeks, which you'll be able to download onto your computer. Now importantly, at the top here is the navigation bar, and we are right now in the course info tab. We'll get to the Courseware tab last. Let's first click on discussion. And this is how you get to this discussion board. Now right now there are no discussions posted yet, and therefore there's nothing really to show you, other than that on the right there are many links to various edX web pages that tell you how to use the discussion forums. There's a tab for the wiki where we may end up putting certain information. Right now we don't have anything there yet. There's a progress tab that we will get to in one of the next units. There's a syllabus tab that shows you the syllabus again. There is an outline tab that takes you to a link that is a PDF that gives you the course outline. Ordinarily in edX courses, one uploads the text so that you can view it in the text tab. We had some problems with that, and therefore we have changed this so that there are links in the individual units that take you to the corresponding notes. And we'll see how that works in a minute. There's a calendar tab where you can see when the different weeks will be released and when the homework is due. We're going to use some routines in our MATLAB coding, and there is a reference table here for those routines. There's a community tab where you can see what has been posted on Twitter and on Facebook for this course. And then I have an instructor tab, obviously because I'm one of the instructors. So let's go and have a look at Courseware. When you get to Courseware, on the left you see the outline for the course. And on the right, it shows you in what unit you last made progress. So let's have a look what a typical week looks like. Let's click on week 1. Every week starts with opening remarks, and every opening remark consists of 3 units. The first unit, which you can get to by clicking at the top here, is typically some sort of opener for the week. We had meant for this to be a video clip from the movie Airplane, but we're afraid that linking to such a clip on YouTube might give us some copyright problems, and therefore we instead tell you how to search for that video so that you can enjoy it on your own. The second unit in the opening is always an outline of what will be in this week. And then the third tab tells you what you will learn this week. So this is a list of skills that hopefully you will have mastered by the time you have completed the week. And not only does this tell you up front what you should look out for, but it also is a place to come back to at the end of the week, and so that you can look through these skills and see whether you indeed did master them. Now let's go to the first section that actually has some real content. So the first section of the first week that has some real content is section 1.2. And typically a section starts with a video. Sometimes it does, sometimes it does not. What's important is that this is an embedded video. You're viewing there a YouTube video. There's a transcript on the right, and one of the nice things about the transcript on the right is that if you start viewing this video, you can actually click on the right and get to the part of the video to which that part of the transcript corresponds. You can also download the video so that you can view it locally. You can download the transcripts. Now this is how you navigate back and forth with the text. If you click on related reading, you get a new window, a new tab, in which PDF with the week's notes is displayed, and it actually takes you to the unit where you just were. Now if you happen to be working with the notes and you want to get to that unit on the edX platform, then you can click on View at edX, and that then takes you to that particular unit on the edX platform. It's really important that you do go and read the notes. Just like in a classroom offering of this course, what I lecture in the classroom isn't everything that you're responsible for. Here too, you're expected to get some of the material from reading the notes. Now here's a homework problem, and I already answered that homework problem, but what's important is that you click or you do whatever it takes to answer the question. In order to get credit for it, you must click on check. That then tells you whether you got the right answer. And then you should really also show the answer, because often some of the learning comes from the explanation that we give with the answer. Now let's go to a little bit more complicated section. Let's go to week 2, and let's have a look at the section on mathematical induction. And let's go to the unit on examples. And notice that there again there are some videos. There is a way of getting to the reading. What's a little easy to overlook is that there's a place to go to the discussion related to this unit, and you really should discuss the material in this unit on that particular part of the discussion forum. Now here is a question that we call an always, sometimes, never question. There's a statement here. Let n be greater than or equal to 1, then the sum from 1 to n of I is equal to n times n plus 1 over 2. The first thing we want you to do is to tell us whether that's always, sometimes, or never true. And you do that by choosing the correct answer, in this case, always. To then get credit for this particular problem, you will want to click on check. And we got it right. But that's not where you should stop. Anytime there is an always, sometimes, or never question, we really want you to mathematically prove the answer as well. So you really should then take out a piece of paper, do the proof, and then eventually click on Show Answer. And in Show Answer, in this particular case, there is a video of Maggie working through the problem by hand. And there is also some text in this particular case. And there is a link to a scanned version of Maggie's answer. Anyway, hopefully this gives you an idea of how to navigate our course. If you have any questions, you may ask those on the discussion forum. And we believe that it's intuitive enough that you'll catch on.